good midnight demon hunters, horror hounds and unfortunate souls who definitely should not be reading ancient books. Welcome back to Papa Ginger's Midnight Circus, where the popcorn is stale, the mirrors lie, and some books are better left unopened. I'm your host, your ringmaster of nightmares, your crimson-haired keeper of the cursed stories, Papa Ginger. Tonight we venture deep into one of horror's most gloriously insane franchises, the world of demons, possession, chainsaws, shotguns, and enough blood to fill a carnival swimming pool. Tonight we speak of Evil Dead. And trust me, this is one book you never want to read aloud. Back in 1981, horror audiences entered a lonely cabin in the woods. It was a simple setup. There was a group of friends, a tape recorder, an ancient book, and one catastrophically bad decision. What made The Evil Dead special wasn't its budget. It certainly wasn't expensive. What made it legendary was creativity. Director Sam Raimi turned limitations into strengths. The camera flew through forests like a hunting spirit. The violence became wild and unpredictable. The energy felt almost supernatural. Everything was chaotic. Everything felt dangerous, and audiences loved it. Because The Evil Dead wasn't polished. It was possessed. Now, every horror fan has all heard of Ash Williams. So let's talk about horror's most unlikely hero. When we first meet Ash, he's just an ordinary guy. No special powers. No training. The man had no destiny. He just had terrible luck. Then the Deadites arrive. Friends become monsters. Reality falls apart. And somehow Ash survives? No, it's not because he's fearless. It's because he's stubborn. Over time, he evolves into one of horror's greatest icons. Chainsaw hand, boomstick, questionable decision making, infinite confidence. Ash becomes something rare in horror. He becomes a hero who could make you laugh and scream at the same time. And honestly, that's much harder than it looks. So here are tonight's recommendations that come directly from the cursed shelves of the Circus Library. So if you want the essential Evil Dead experience, then you watch The Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. For the modern terror, you want Evil Dead and Evil Dead Rise. For fans who want more Ash, you want the TV series Ash vs Evil Dead. Every entry offers something different. Pure horror, dark comedy, fantasy adventure, absolute insanity. Yet somehow they all feel connected by one thing. And that one thing is nobody is ever having a good day. Now, carnival creatures, let me tell you about something I found years ago. The circus had stopped in this forgotten little town, one of those places where half the building seemed abandoned, the kind of place where history feels trapped inside the walls. And behind an old antique shop, I discovered a dusty trunk, and inside was a leather-bound book. No title, no author, just strange symbols covered the cover. Naturally, I opened it because horror hosts make terrible life choices. The pages were filled with symbols I couldn't read. Most were faded, but one page looked fresh, as if someone had written it yesterday. Then the strange thing happened. All the carnival lights went out, every single one, for exactly 30 seconds. When the power returned, the book was gone, vanished. No explanation, no trace, nothing. Now maybe someone stole it. Maybe. Just maybe. But every now and then, I still hear pages turning inside empty rooms. And I always wonder, who finished reading the story? The tents are closing, my midnight survivors. And somewhere beyond the midway, something is laughing. But remember this, not every door should be opened, not every recording should be played, and not every book wants to stay closed. Sleep lightly tonight. And if you find an ancient leather-bound book hidden in the basement, leave it there. This has been Papa Ginger's Midnight Circus. I'm Papa Ginger. and I'll keep the chainsaw fueled for next time.